night. It's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
That or fighting.
That's right. And
Why can't we do both? We could do both. Fighting on the live stream, it works.
I'm just always on shows with John. It's just
John, how do you
Super annoying.
get 100 something followers on a pre-launch campaign?
Well,
I had
first,
130.
yeah, first you do the pre-launch like 2.5 months in advance, so that's key.
Alright.
Okay, I didn't do that.
Well,
But
I did mine during our virtual expo, and then kind of didn't do much about that in December.
Yeah, you just have to send it out with everything and just keep spamming it. Yeah, this has been the longest I've done one. Usually we get 75 to 100, but it's been tougher and tougher with the other campaigns, so I wanted to do it super early because the last one, it's just been such a grind to get 100 followers,
It's just I don't trust it anymore.
What, the pre-launch thing? Or
Yeah, the pre-launch follower account. I just don't trust it. I have no faith
for
in it.
Mittens, we didn't get all of those people that followed it. It's just whatever.
Yeah, most people say you get about a third, so I know that give or take that can change for a lot of reasons, but yeah, it's just really crucial to the start because then you guarantee they get notified, even if they don't back. Maybe they check it out, maybe they check it out later, maybe they send it out. So it's just the ones where I've had around 50 have been the slowest launches. So I mean, it's not tried and true, but it definitely can hurt. But I don't think you should tweet about it 14 times a day. And, I know people who really put a lot into it, but
he put Chris's millionth Kickstarter.
Million.
Yeah, that's
sure.
The millions and millions of Carissa fans.
I'm surprised mine was 130. I don't advertise the Kickstarter, the pre-launch usually because I think they're kind of a waste of my energy. So I figure I send up an update and whoever, but then all of a sudden it was just nonstop. So I was like, that's good. I'll take it.
I started doing a certain amount of followers. I start unlocking things that are going to be new to the campaign. So I got that.
For the pre-launch, you mean, or for?
No, for the pre-launch, yeah. So we hit 25, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get this from Sticker Mule. So
I know somebody who did. If we reach 100,
Krista Crawford did something like that for her novel that did $20,000 or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like our mutual friend Mata Sorcio, she did the unlocks, the digital free package will be bigger if we get to this many backers, and I was like, that's a cool idea. But yeah, it's about return of investment, right? But mostly I just send it out with updates on other things or updates on the last book and when it's been shipped out, so hopefully people follow.
I did that new thing this time. I don't know if it helps at all, but if you spend 50, you get the charm, this thing. So if you back it for 50 or more, then you get this wooden necklace thing, and then if you back it for 100 or more, you get that and the colored coin. So I don't know if that helps, but I'm the type of person that when I'm buying something, if it's like $8 more for free shipping, I'll go buy something for $8. So I don't know if it helped at all, but yeah. So
I do think that you're really starting to get people to realize you have a lot of low number items and things like that. So I think that might help you long term to get people early because that's the thing. So I'm trying to do that a week. At least I'm doing a week 1 free sticker. So trying to get people early. I do deals for limited number of deals, and I do have some low number items, original sketches and things like that. So trying to get that early excitement going again, I think is important.
Yeah. I'm trying to just sprinkle it in throughout the campaign this time because no campaign can go worse than my last one. So
it's fun.
Why not just try something different?
I wouldn't put that into the universe because that is such a challenge you don't want accepted.
We would literally have to lose half the backers at this point.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I mean, tempt fate, Aaron.
Ray lost $800 in his non-payment stuff. I was that's more than my first backer, almost my first Kickstarter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't imagine. So that's why I don't have any. I don't get excited about. I mean, I get excited by the backer number, but then they can cancel too, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But
and then it throws your number off, and my OCD can't stand that.
Yeah, mine's famous for going like $5 away from the next 1,000, and then I lose backers and it goes down, and then it'll go back up right again. And then this one was mean. It was 90. It was like 29.92, and then it went down to 77 or 1929, 1992, whatever, and then 1977. Then it went back up to 92. Then it went to 99. I was like, I'm just putting $1 in. But yeah, it's very annoying.
Aaron, do you have any whales that you're worried about in the campaign?
Maybe. I don't know the person that did the highest. Oh, never mind. There's 2 of those now.
Okay.
There's a few of the higher tiers that I don't know those people, but then I looked at their thing and it's like they're pretty active on backing. So yeah, that's right. We stalk you guys.
I had somebody that backed, like, I kid you not, it was like 7,000, and they paid, but I never got the address. Like, I wrote to them like 7 times, and I'm like, this works. You've done this 7,000 times. Like, I don't know how you don't know what to do. And I never got the. And then I have another one. I just realized backed me. He backed me like 4 campaigns ago, and I never got his address then. It's like, okay, you can back me as many times as you want. I don't care.
Yeah. Some people are like, "What's a survey?" And I was like, "Thing you gotta fill out." And they're like, "How do you do that?" And I was like, "It's in your email." I never got an email.
I really do think they should have to put it in when they put it.
Yeah,
so
I think so too.
Yeah, Crowdfunder has that as a thing.
Doesn't Zoop also have that?
Probably.
I have no idea.
Because I think Zoop, you put in your credit card information.
Yeah, I mean that's really the best way to do it. I mean they'll have to hang on to your money, but you give it to them right away, and then there's no thinking about it anymore. So you can go ahead and get someone who got tanked on and went on Kickstarter, backed a bunch of comics, they didn't realize it, and next thing you know, like got a bunch of comics showing up in a few months.
That's annoying. Indiegogo does that as well, where it's just the money's gone. Like they go ahead and take it.
I would love that, because that's I mean, backing out sucks, but the worst thing is when that thing ends, you think you're getting money and you're not necessarily getting money.
Yeah.
So I think that's the most upsetting thing, is that there's 2 things: 1, that you don't get your money necessarily, and 2, there's no address. So I don't know how you don't have the address. You've backed more, so why don't they just take the address in the very beginning? And then
it's probably like a security thing, but I don't know for sure.
Wow.
Probably because sometimes the fulfillment's like a year and a half away.
That's true too. Yeah. It changes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's
or like 7 years for some people.
Yeah.
Chris is like, I got 7 minutes. Give me that address.
I was like, yeah, I don't even go 7, and I barely go 7 hours, so I don't know.
Give you 1 day to fill out that survey, and then I'm coming into your inbox.
I wonder if you should start saying that. I mean, I know you do on the shows and stuff. Like, I think that is a feature, not a bug of your campaign, that you fulfill quick. So you gotta let people know survey's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mess around.
It drives me crazy when there's like 4 people that haven't filled it out. I have everybody else is packed and ready to go, and labels are on. I'm just like, I'm going to the post office. Send me your damn address.
Yeah. I have some that they've taken years, and it's just like, yeah, I still appreciate it, of course, but it's like, oh, now I gotta go and figure this out and dig out all the old stuff and see if I still got rewards or incentives from it. And it's like, oh geez.
Throw that comment up, Greg. Throw that comment up.
Yeah, definitely.
This is my. I don't know if it's my 1 year. Is that the reason why I got all spam? Because I've never been spammed before, and I always said, "Oh, I don't feel accepted because I never get spam." I got over 20 emails in the first 4 seconds.
Yeah,
it could be your year, because that is weird.
It's not, because I'm going through the same. I've never seen it like this. Never.
Wait, they're writing back. Like, I'm ignoring them, and they're saying, "Are you there?" And I'm like, "No."
Wow.
Like,
well, if you do what Travis
hitting,
does or something,
they are hitting the Kickstarter page. They're hitting my business Facebook page.
Yeah.
Someone sent me an email at my work address, like my work email address. I was like, "This is like these people."
Yeah.
One of them is behind you right now, Aaron.
I know. I'm scared to turn around. They look like the Grinch.
I know. Email too. It's been a lot of spam and AI stuff. It's like, oh, geez, it's getting worse and worse.
They're trying to provide you a list of 4,000 human beings.
So who's got a campaign we can spam? Aaron, you want to talk about a campaign?
Yeah, Aaron.
Yeah.
So, I actually have a trailer like on my StreamYard because that's
it's still on there.
Yeah.
That's great. We'll play it.
All right.
That saves me from talking. I'm gonna make Van pitch it after.
Let's all go to the line.
2 for 1.
Prepare yourself, Van.
Ready.
Do it.
Be without fear in the face of your enemies.
This has been a story that I've wanted to tell for a really long time.
Be brave and upright, that God may love thee.
Exploring that fracture of faith when you're pushed too far in the name of God.
Speak the truth even if it leads to your death.
What happens at that point?
Safeguard the helpless and do no wrong.
That is one kick-ass trailer.
Yeah, it makes me want to up it.
I know mine looks like shit compared to that. Don't play mine.
The best part is just how much it comes down to the music, because that was just a slideshow.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you had some sick voiceover work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just recording into a microphone and then dropping it to, I think, 2 decibels. Anyway, yeah, it's that simple. Van, go ahead and pitch Follow Night.
Well, it's about a Templar knight who, realizing the weight of his actions during the Crusades, decides to somehow get to Japan, and where he's just kind of wallows in his insecurities and about what he's done, and ends up just because of the type of guy he is, can't just let things he sees that are wrong continue to do so. So he decides to try to make bad things good and hopefully redeem himself by the end. And got a really good team on it. Aaron writing, Joe DeSantos contributing his art, which it comes at a whirlwind pace. Kind of terrifies me as a letterer because I'm like, oh crap. Hey, there he is.
Always
Speak of the handsome devil.
Ever present.
But yeah, and Lois Slackway, my good long-time friend. Probably been friends with her for like 20 years. Always wanted to work with her on something. And I pitched her to Aaron to do colors because he was just wanted to do a limited color palette. And I'm like, well, let's see about giving her a chance and see what she can do. And you gave her something to play around with, and she's blew us all away. I mean, even I was like, whoa, okay. And but yeah, just really highlights Joe's work because he kind of like has a way. His art is a playground for a good colorist, and just letting her do her thing. And
yeah, from the preview art, they look great together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, the sick lettering over the top of it. It's a great team.
Yeah, we had the return of the drunk lettering on one of our pages that just came.
Yes. My goopy, sloppy drunk lettering. That's fun.
Are you meaning you're drunk while you letter it, or the person?
Yes, I have to be one with the lettering.
Be one.
It's method lettering.
Let's see it, Greg. Greg, host. Let's pull it up. Let's see it.
Yeah,
CVO.
Yeah,
it's in the
Kavo.
box, and I can hear it.
Make us tiny.
What is the V? Chief Vision
Chief
Officer?
Vehicular Officer.
Oh.
He's doing all this from his car.
Ooh, are you going up some more? So much for the wall there, huh?
I know, right?
You're kicking ass.
72.
Already better
Rolling.
than the last one.
Yeah, this is I think this is our best first week that we've had on probably any campaign. One Last Job, number 1 is a close second, I believe. Cherry blossoms to blood.
Lois also did the cover art for it too.
Yeah.
It just looks so cool.
So bloody.
Mm-hmm. Just lopping heads.
I just like how the lettering looks like a scroll and stuff. It's so cool.
That's your department, man.
Yeah, I just pitched the idea to Aaron. I'm like, what if it was just on scrolls? He was like, sure.
Yeah. Who am I
to could do more work for free? Why would you pitch him that?
Well, because I wanted the lettering to be immersive.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
definitely adds to it.
Wanted it to be kind of part of the story because everyone knows when you have bad lettering. Not everyone knows when you have good lettering because it'll just kind of be invisible because you're just so into the story. And I kind of wanted some lettering to actually kind of help and bring you in a little.
Yeah, I think that's a good story for that too.
Yeah, exactly. This wouldn't have worked quite as well on like Tilt or Paradigm.
I'm super excited for my own metal print.
You ordered one for yourself?
I gotta have it.
Yeah, because I think it's cool too that people don't know you've added some extra tiers and add-ons as you've gone, so that's kind of fun. Fun way to keep people involved and keep checking out the campaign.
Yeah, it was interesting yesterday to I think it was yesterday. It may have been the day before that I put those 2 other add-ons on, and the first few people didn't just get one or the other. They did both, which is dope.
That is dope.
Like especially the ones that did the $12 tier and then they do both add-ons. That's what you freaking want. Like that's your ROI right there. And then earlier today, I dropped the Ash Can for an add-on for people that didn't get it on day 1 for free. So now people that missed out on it have been asking, so it's on there now.
Yeah, I had to have some restraint when I was backing because with all the add-ons, I'm like, all right, this looks great. I'm like $95 in. I'm like, whoa, okay, I'm gonna lose more money on this book than I'm making.
See, this is where Van falls apart on his contracts. Is Joe, the illustrator. Joe, he works in merch and comp copies into his contract.
You got to. What do you
do? Yeah.
I always tell people I hate when the creative team backs the book. It's like just
yeah, no, it makes me feel weird. Makes me feel weird. Like, yeah, dude,
I mean, I guess
like you're gonna get comp copies anyway.
Right. I guess.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, yeah,
a lot of people it isn't, but I try to at least give a few, But I guess the extra stuff like metal prints and stuff, I don't always. So
yeah,
if you want that stuff,
game.
But...
Well, I got him on the golden toilet, so he was like, "Are you sure you want it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So.
There you go. Anyway, yeah, super strong first week. I'm excited about it. I would love to see it kind of keep bumping up a little bit. Of course, nobody's settled until it's funded.
I wish mine would stop dead.
Right? Yeah, if Carissa would just freaking chill out long enough for people to look at other pages.
I wish you could end it at any time before anyone cancels. Like, oh, that's how much I wanted.
Yeah.
You know what? That would be a great feature.
Yeah.
And we're done.
And anybody listening, I did an update today, and I did mention Carissa's, but there was another creator that had reached out to me that this is his first comic book campaign, but he comes from like a novel background, Andrew. Not Andrew, but I'm saying the person came from a novel background. And their campaign looked really freaking cool. So if you guys see that update, check out their campaign because I thought it looked awesome, and it's from a whole like book series. And, I don't know, super nice guy as well.
Okay.
We'll check it out.
Carissa,
Hi.
this is your 100th millionth Kickstarter.
Yeah, it feels that way.
And our 100th interview today.
Yeah. This is my only interview today. I did I don't know, the R's 3-hour one on Monday, and then I did 3 separate 3-hour ones on 3 separate 1-hour ones on Tuesday, and then an hour one on Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday. So this is my only day off. So wait, not anymore. And I have one tomorrow, but it starts at 10 p.m. Eastern time, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I was actually really surprised by this by this campaign. It funded in 2 hours, which is my fastest, and it doubled in 12 hours, and it tripled in 5 days. So I'm happy with it until everyone cancels. But yeah, everyone loves that cover, and now I wish I bought more. So there's like 15 left. So you got
to keep them wanting.
I mean, you could reorder with the next one. That's part of why I don't order before. I know you like to have it in hand, but you never know. Somebody's going to pop off on a certain tier or a certain item. But some things I do, but I usually wait to print the comic.
Nah, too easy. No. I used to wait for the variants but they upped the price for expedited. It used to be $4.50 per issue. Now it's $6.50 per issue. So I can't do it anymore because I literally have no profit. So I had to do them all at once. So I sent issue 8, 9, and 10, 2 variants each, and then 2 variants each. So 3 different covers. So I sent 9 issues to be printed. So yeah, but this is the first time that it wasn't the regular cover that had the most. Usually they go for the cheapest, but they didn't this time. So I mean, more power to them. Buy whatever you want. But yeah, this is our first campaign with the new colorist, Matt Chambers, that I stole from Lori. The colors look awesome. It's very HD. And our letterer is SK, who did an amazing job. And I'm really happy with how everything turned out. So
yeah,
lots of new peoples.
There's only and I didn't save any money because my artist is already severely underpaid, so I just took away his jobs because he hated doing them. So and now he's even faster. So not only do I pay more, 1,000 more per issue, I pay more for him because he's finished faster. So that wasn't a very smart move on my part, but here we are.
So how many campaigns do you have? Like,
there's 6 this year at least, and I might get a 7th. I'm not sure. It depends if I want to do November or not. But because book 2 is 5 issues. The last issue is 40 pages long, but book 3 is 10 issues. So I can't get them all done next year. So that sucks because my fans can't afford every month. Otherwise, I would totally do it.
Double those size of those issues.
They're already like 32 pages.
64 is the max for a single issue.
Yeah, but I don't get that back.
$20 each.
But I don't get that money back, so that's why I try. I mean, I tried it. My goal page is 28, and then to earn where I want, I'll go to like whatever I need. So that's my new plushie.
That's so cool.
There he is.
Yeah, and what's nice about him is that people that don't read the comic but like Anubis are buying them. So that's why there's a tier only with no comic. That's literally for them.
Did you sell any yet?
I sold a bunch. Yeah,
Nice.
I think I sold 6 or something. I'm not sure, but and my local store is going to buy some too. So, but
cool.
yeah, I haven't even gotten them yet. I don't usually do pre-orders. I only did it this time because everyone kept asking about them, and I was like, well, they're I said it in big bold. This is pre-order. I do not have this item. They're ordered. I bought 100 of them, and they're supposed to ship this week. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if you want to go through all the tiers. There's 30 tiers, and so that's why I don't do live launches anymore because I don't want to sit there for the first 30 minutes while people read the page and wonder if anyone's going to back it or not. So
it's definitely a commitment to get into Carissa's page. You gotta have some time carved out. You gotta know what you're looking for.
Take off of work.
Yeah. Take a day off. Go through the period.
It's a whole thing.
It's exciting, that I don't necessarily go that far, but it is fun to see because it's an event. It should be an event. It's exciting and.
It's so funny because I think they think, and I don't blame them, that I'm an actual store. Like I had messages today saying, "Do you have any of this in stock, or can you get this in a different size?" And I was like, I probably could. And then I have people, I have people that message me and say, "There's 3 tiers that I want, but you don't have as an add-on. Will you combine them together and put them in as an add?" It was like 4 a.m, so I wasn't paying attention, but I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I actually did it, and they backed it last time. It was like $264. So I was like, "That works for me." So
sometimes I do that. Like I didn't have a retail tier on the first Mittens campaign, and then the collective Danny, when he worked there, he's like, "Yeah, if you had a retail tier, like I would back it." It's like, okay, one sec. And I just,
that's what happened to me this week.
I copied Travis's like retail tier for whatever campaign he had going on at the time, and then I was like, "This."
Yeah, I did that with the hardcover. I asked Nerdables; they wanted some. And I said, "How many do you want? And is this price good?" And they're like, "Sure." And I was like, "Okay." So they got 10. So I made a tier just for them to back it. And I was like,
"That's what I did this week too with John at Encased Comics, and he's the only retailer that ever backs, and so I named it after him. And then within 5 minutes, the second store also backed it, and I was like, "Man, you guys messed up my whole thing."
We got a couple early Drumsticks of Doom, but then it just people don't come back for the retail tiers. So I still put them out there, but.
when I first started, I wanted to have like fancy names. I was going to have like the levels of heaven or angels or demons or whatever. But now I'm glad I never started that because there's 30 now. And I was like, what bothered me was if I named them something, you don't know what's in it. So I just title it now, whatever it is. But I like the ideas of having the different levels of angels and the different levels of, now I'm glad because it's not 30. So
Yeah.
I know someone who backed Greg's retail tier.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Your
I was
store's
like, what are you
looking
gonna do with
great.
those? And then like if they were around like Halloween,
I
you
think
could've,
he's
like,
going to wallpaper his house with them, and then he can read them in any room he wants. Like,
if
they're
it's
all over
not-
his bathroom walls for
If
sure.
it's not clear, I love mittens. And by the way, my daughter found these and took 2 copies today. One of each. So
I wonder if we should take
those are 2 off. But you know, I only had really one all ages book, and it's long out of print. So you know, I do get kids that come up to the table. So I thought this was a good opportunity to spread the words of mittens.
What he paid.
I saw him triple for what I paid. No,
yeah, apparently my retail thing is like a good deal. So
yeah, it was a good deal. So you know, I do have a chance. I mean, I'll probably end up, you know, giving them to nieces and nephews and stuff like that. But still, I think it's good to have. If I do get a kid to walk up and they don't look like they can't find something, I can be like, oh, you know, I have this Space Cat comic for my friend Greg and his buddy JR. You know,
and it's $40.
It's nice to have.
Yeah, that's very.
And I do really like the book, so I want to support it. So hopefully, please have an issue 3 because I am waiting for the third issue.
Of course,
I'm waiting for that. Please have a retail tier is what I meant.
And there's going to be a different plushie. There's going to be a mittens plushie probably again, but there's going to be our panda character.
Stole my plushie idea.
Quackers, are we right?
I didn't because I thought a plushie of one of our characters in this book would be really awkward.
You could have like his head coming off or something. That'd be cool.
You could have had a plushie
plush severed head.
Just
plushie sword.
But yeah, I'm waiting on.
I can have a plushie out of anything. I mean, I have a mental patient zombie, man. I can, you know.
But that's how I feel about clothes. Like I'm trying to keep talking myself out of making that dragon spit into a hoodie. I don't need to do that, but I want to do it.
Mine never sold. I sold like 3 or 4 shirts. They just didn't sell, and my husband wears them, so I was like, all right.
I'm banished. My wife has banished me from buying T-shirts because I've had a couple of failed projects that I have like 800 in the closet over here.
Oh no.
She's like, never again, because I always go like overboard and go to the sites that you get. You know, you have to order like 100 because they sell them cheap, and then I end up with 5,000 of them sitting there.
Oh, that's why I have 500 hard covers.
Yeah.
Andrew, he's got a campaign going on.
What?
Champagne with this campaign.
I got a brand new campaign. I did have a retail tier in my last campaign, but there were no takers, so I didn't do one in this one. But I am always open to making changes to tiers for whatever people want. We just got started earlier this week. Righteous Precipice. I like this. There's 2 things about this. One is that I'm trying to get to a place with my company where I help independent authors adapt their books to comics. So this is my first client. I did the script based on her book. We just added a new tier. We're going to have a limited edition these diamond paintings that you can get, and that's just an example from the website of the company that makes those kits. That's going to be the Kickstarter exclusive cover. So if you scroll down to the covers, you'll see the one with his wings on fire. So we're going to have that, and there's going to be 5 kits available. Yeah, there's the regular standard cover and then the on fire cover. So I think that's going to look great.
I love that cover.
Yep.
5 of those available as unfinished kits that you can do yourself. And I'm willing to do 2 of those kits myself if you want to buy a finished one. This story is about an angel and a human who have to navigate the... Sorry, my dog's...
Silent Cerberus.
The right. Cerberus is after a stick and is fighting with himself over it. So this one is dark fantasy. If you love dark fantasy, I think you'll really love this book. I'm hoping to do about 6 issues in this series for book 1. And then she has a book 2. So if we're successful, we'll talk about doing book 2 next. And the first issue is just an introduction to the universe and to the main character, Eric, who's our angel. Book 2, we get introduced to Reagan, which is our human, and we go from there.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome.
I added metal trading cards to the add-ons because I love those metal trading cards. And if there's interest later in the campaign, I'll probably add metal trading cards for my first series, Our Starter Universe. You can get some of those books in the add-ons if you missed that campaign.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
John has stuff coming up.
He does.
Hey.
Okay, yeah. All right,
cool.
forget it.
Yeah, I got a campaign coming up Tuesday. One of them pre-launches we talked about. We got these sweet metal covers in there.
Oof. Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time that'll be available for Drumsticks of Doom, our first collected edition for Part-Time Comics. So a big step for us. We got these drumstick holders. We did the glow-in-the-dark drumsticks last time, but now you can get the 3D holder.
Nice.
But yeah, not much to show you on the page there.
Yeah. Well,
But
you got 102 followers.
But you had,
so.
oh, I was gonna say if you have a preview page, but
I do. We can look at it if you want. But yeah, Drumsticks of Doom. Dan Doherty and I, my co-creator and artist on the project, we've been doing this for, I think I sent him the script in 2020 in the summer. And we pitched it around to some people and he had some trouble getting any kind of traction and finally decided it was back to the self-publishing route. So here we are. 3.5-ish years later, we're finally to the first trade, which is the first 4 issues. We've had 4 successful campaigns with this book. Couldn't be happier with where it's at, but obviously, as my co-creators on this stream know, the trade paperback is a huge step. Just have that big book on the table, get it out there in the world. A lot of people don't like the single issues. Even I don't. My hope with Part-Time Comics was to skip over the floppy issues, but I know it's a necessary evil these days to get things funded.
I would love to skip. I would have them all out in like 1 year.
Right? Yeah, I have 3 trades coming out next year.
That's awesome. I was hoping to do 3 this year, but the other 2 projects just haven't. The singles didn't sell as well as we needed, so it's like you're gonna have to slow down a little bit. So the best laid plans and all that. When I started back up in early 2020, I had all these plans within the first couple of years to get, like, I wanted Drumsticks of Doom to be like, a 1-year project and then get to the trade, but
right,
stuff happens.
I had no plans.
I
still don't have a plan.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah. I also don't have a budget, which is a horrible thing. Yeah. I have all these people are like, oh, I had to budget this and I couldn't buy it. I was like, yeah, I'm sure if I budgeted, I couldn't buy half the thing they bought.
I've heard that trade, like, paperback Kickstarters don't do as well as like other ones. So
my hardcover brought the best in than any of them have.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
because some people have said different. So
you
just one.
You make it's a higher tier, so I had less backers because most of the people bought my stuff, but I brought in more because it was such a higher tier. And a lot of people said that I didn't charge. This week, everyone's telling me I'm not paying enough. I was like, well, you can tip me then.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought 40 was great for hardcover because it's 7 issues but I guess they're saying that I should have charged like 55, and I was like, I have 500 of these. I just need to get them sold.
I mean, maybe you could have started at 50 and then did a sale, with future ones, but I think 40 is a really good price. I think it's an aggressive price. I think that's where you're going to get readers in, and that's what you want with your first trade.
Yeah.
Or collection, right? You want the most people to buy the first one so that you have the chance for them to come back and get the second one. So why not price it aggressively,
I was trying to price it low because I didn't have a soft cover, and I was trying to make up for it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I had to buy 500 of these. I couldn't afford a soft cover, so
We actually did 2 covers. I know that's a faux pas for a lot of people, but I had so many great covers, and I thought, it'd be a fun thing for the Make 100 to do the Maria Wolf cover there you see on the screen with Mike Spicer colors as like the exclusive, Kickstarter only cover. So we have that. It's, a few dollars more, but so we're doing 2 covers. So you have 2 choices. But of course, we have all the single issues. We have all the variant covers. We have all the metal covers. We have one tier where you can get all the stuff you might have missed if you relate to the campaigns. We did a crossover pick with Travis Gibbs' Granite State Punk. We did a crossover print with Heirs of Isildur and Matt Knowles' Instrumentary Creations that Michael Watson drew. So if you missed that, if you missed any of our stickers, picks, keychains, all that kind of stuff, we have like one mega super tier where you can get all that stuff you missed. So don't delay. There's only one of those. There's also some other limited items. I did a couple sketches for this. Dan has original pages, which of course are, once the page is gone, it's gone. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here. This is kind of, again, the big one. We want to go all out because this is really going to set up the next wave of part-time comics. So if this is successful, I'm in the hole. Like Carissa said, I didn't budget very well on the first few issues, and we really need this one to do well so we can have some stability in the future.
That's cheating. You're using a cute kid to market your stuff.
Yeah, that's my daughter. We got the beanie hats. We got book bags. I put the logo on a book bag if you want to. We got a free first week. You get a free Angela Odling Wolf Clan base sticker. That is part of the story. If anybody's read it,
would have been a great plushie.
It could still be.
There you go.
It could still be. We do have a plushie in the works.
We have a picture when he sold his. So Travis had a pick. He's like, "Where's the plushie?" So you don't need a pick apparently. You just sell them.
Yeah,
well, thanks to you, we were looking at another company, and it was a lot. Like I was going to have to get like a loan.
Your wife would have killed you. See, you owe me.
She would have killed me, and
Wait,
I really wouldn't have been able to do it.
Was it the person that I used too, or was it?
No, he did commercially released. Like all of mine are.
Sell out.
Yeah, all of mine are handmade. But the thing was, I wanted some plushie that's like people could afford, because these are limited edition, really expensive. So I was trying to find something that people could afford. So I could sell this for a lot more than I am, but I'm selling it for $29 so that people, because everyone's like, I want a plushie, but I can't afford it. So.
And that's the route we're going. We want a little bit more of an affordable one that we can kind of mass produce. We may do some of the custom ones like you did, like maybe the wolf or something. Because and I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the other
Down Home Textiles.
She does amazing stuff. They do amazing stuff. But then the price point has to be like pretty high. So
I should have got a finder's fee on that stuff. Damn it.
And like you said. Then you want to keep one for yourself. So then it's like the budget and the price of one for me and then one for Dan. And then it gets expensive.
I buy 3 every campaign. I buy one for me. I buy one for my co-writer. And then I put one on Kickstarter. So, normally there's only 1 or 2 tops on Kickstarter, unless they've sold. Like for some reason, my skeleton bird sells all the time. So I just keep adding to it. And he's one of the cheaper ones, which I love. So, but yeah, I got all those. And the pre-order thing is the new thing now, because like for issue 10, I already have the plushies in, of course.
Of course.
But they can pre-order Chatty to be any color because he's a chameleon. So this is my co-writer's.
That's cool.
And then I have the color of what he is in the comic book. So
yeah, see, the bird was my favorite before, but that one might have passed it up. My kids will probably want that one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need one too.
Yeah, there's 2 left on Kickstarter.
That looks really cool.
I think the chameleon's gonna outrank him now.
Sorry. I think so. I really do.
The one that's nice about this is that it's completely soft. Like there's nothing, there's no teeth or wires or anything. Like there's no fangs sticking out. It's just good old, I mean, he's from issue 3, but he's gonna be back on the island. So issue 4, I'll be back. So then I could sell even more. But every Kickstarter I add another one because everyone buys them. So if you want it, go buy it.
There's your pitch. If you want to go buy it.
They're going to be worth like 10 grand in the future because there's like 3 of them ever made. Bigger than Beanie Babies here, people.
This
That's right.
This one has the
Bigger.
the
Bigger
least
doesn't say
number
much.
made. This was I made 3,
I don't
and
remember
one's
that
mine, one's my co-writer, one's sold, and I haven't made any other ones. But this is my zombie
Cthulhu.
the zombie
Yeah.
merman. So
Oh, merman.
Nice.
Where are you pulling all those from? You're just sitting on a pile of them, aren't you?
I am.
Constantly,
I've got a
for
whole
all
box
day.
here.
That's
Like,
her
I have
seat.
ones that they haven't even gone on sale yet. Like this is my demon that's in the banner back there. He's got like a cool petticoat. His tail's on fire, but I haven't had enough room to sell him.
Jesus
And
Christ.
then I have a bunch of the rats. So eventually I'll sell them. So
They keep coming.
and then well, there's the pillows too, but I've sold them the first time they came, and then
Jesus Christ.
I'll have to put them on. I have 3 different kinds of these. So.
She has all that merch, but she also has like a the biggest Donald Duck collection. So
I do over 5,000 Donald Ducks, or 4,000 or 5,000. I haven't finished counting them yet, but yeah, that's where all my money went before this. So
Reallocated.
yeah, it's as long as I can waste my money on something, I'm apparently a happy person. So it has been moved to my comics.
You just got to shave a couple more dozen cats a week.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep, absolutely. So I'm good to go. I don't know what I'm doing. So as long as I don't have to look at a budget, I think I'll be fine. So until they come and take the house away anyway, I don't know.
That'll hurt everybody.
Yeah.
This is an anthology that I'm part of that I joined literally like last minute before he launched it.
Nice.
Ed Jowett, he's been on our podcast a bunch of different times. And it's just like 10 pages of different people's stories. And if you haven't read Ink 2, you can read the first 9 pages of Ink 2 in this, and a bunch of other people's cool stories. So it goes from superhero to a bunch of other things you can think of, horror, whatever it is.
I wish I could write that short.
Oh, well, I just took the first 10 pages.
Yeah, he just stole the first 10 pages.
I was like, here you go. And he's like, oh, okay.
It sounds like cheating.
I wrote the only short I've ever written is the one that Greg has for that anthology that may come out someday.
Yeah, next year.
I think I've wrote 100 issues, and so I guess the shortest I wrote was a spinoff. That one's like 45 issues. So I don't know. There's a lot.
Yeah, the shortest I ever wrote was 4 pages, and that was a challenge.
I did a 1-page story called The 1-Page Walrus. It was his whole lifespan in one page.
It's awesome.
I want to read that.
I'll send it to you.
You need the follow-up is The Life of a Housefly. It's like two panels.
Nice. That's messed up.
So, yeah, back that. It is funded.
1 page, I would still make a plushie. So.
And it's funded. Yeah, that was one that it got past me. You know, there's so many great campaigns in our community. I didn't even really hear about that one until recently.
Yeah, I haven't like promoted it that much, but because like there's a bunch of other people in that team.
You would think, right? You know, we come across all these people, and there's like 16 people in that campaign, but it's just not. I'm not seeing it.
That's the first time I've seen it too.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
I think there's like 148 or something live campaigns right now.
Are you serious?
Oh,
there's 61,000 in projects we love.
Those are rookie numbers.
They're just giving them away.
I know. Is it projects we love if you get the 100, like if you have 100 in a tier, or is this completely different?
Oh no,
they're not the same, no. But they may give you both if you do have it.
I have 100 on one of my tiers, but I didn't get anything 100. But I got the projects we love.
You know what, Carissa? Same here, and I'm kind of mad about it.
Yeah.
I went out of my way to make sure that my ash cans were 100, and that it was posted in the caption of it. And I should email somebody. And be like,
you should actually.
I did the same thing.
I don't want to ruffle feathers. I got project we love.
Yeah, same here. I don't want to get into the project we hate section.
Yeah, right. Well, I just made my pre-launch. I just made my pre-orders 100 because people have been ordering the zombie and add-ons and the Anubis pre-orders. But I was surprised the zombies sold because they are expensive. But I did tell them they can put anybody they know that's crazy's birthday on the back, so maybe that helped. So, and then somebody in the comments was like, "Is it a voodoo doll?" I was like, "It can be. I don't know.
Anything can be.
Yeah, anything can be." So yeah. But yeah, I bought 2 of these to put on the campaign. My mother saw it and she hates horror, zombies, and everything, but she bought one because it's cute. So now I only have 1 for the campaign, and it has my birthday on it. I'm hoping nobody buys it, and they just do all the pre-orders. So
there you go.
Yeah.
And I also have a Kickstarter that I'm launching in March.
Yeah, you do.
For Scales, issue 1. The book came out like a couple of years ago. I just never did a Kickstarter for it. There's only a few people that have read it. I'm changing some of the lettering and like a couple of the pages because it just makes sense on what I'm changing it to. But yeah, so I'm launching this in March. We have 30 followers, and I'm trying to get as many as possible, even though, maybe not all of them will actually appear. Yeah, so this is the page so far. I like having cool themes for the reward tiers, like names.
Yeah, let me see you do that with 30.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to have 30 tiers.
Nobody smart does.
I think like 6 is a lot.
I mean, I'm pretty much that same way. In fact, how many do I have? 1.
Actually, don't know how many I have. 1, 2,
I think I have.
Like
I
said,
got up to 8 this time.
Don't copy anything I do, except for apparently plushies. Plushies you can copy apparently because like 9 people have copied.
I'm trying to copy that credit card number is what I'm trying to copy.
You're not gonna get much off of it, but yeah. Thank God for high credits.
This is the first campaign that I'm ever doing a foil cover. I've never done that before, so
you're gonna be so excited when you unbox that.
Yeah, it's a green foil cover. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Yeah.
I can't wait. And the actual cover is going to be, replaced in one of these images once Adam finishes that. Yeah, and issue 2 is already written and everything. I just have to have him start that. So the money for this is going to go to that. That postcard art print is not what that's not going to look like that. I just made that in Canva because I'm not an artist. And then I came up with there's this technology company that's like kind of a big thing of the story in the series, and it's going to look better than that because I'm going to get Dylan to actually make it. You can get it as an add-on, and it'll give you like discounts in our web store and a couple other things if you like see us at a con or something. You'll have like an employee number and all this stuff because I really like world building.
And then how do you get on payroll?
You don't. So
the company sucks.
Yeah, so
it's like real life.
Yeah, for real.
Adam's the artist. Sean is the inker. Same colorist as always, and the same letter as always. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So that's what I got going on.
And since you're like me, how much do you regret constantly changing to different series you're working on?
Kind of a lot because I like tell Dylan all the time, like I wish I could just focus on one series, but like because I put out Ink and Seer Chronicles and stuff all at the same time, and Mittens, like I can't stop now. Like can't stop.
Well, that's my thing. Like, why I shouldn't have started these other ones that I need to see because I don't want them to, not see their story. I wish, I took the cursor route and just hammered through one series.
The thing is, I don't know how much that matters because, let's see, Welcome to Everville came out in 2020, and I am still asked about that more than anything else I've ever done. When's the rest of it happening? So I feel like the audience is still going to be there.
Mostly by me.
Yeah, that's Van.
I don't give them a chance to forget me. They want to forget me, but they just.
Yeah, and part of it is I don't want people to lose the series, but also just for myself, like I should have probably saw 1 or 2 projects and then moved on to the next.
John, I think you have the same problem that I do, where you want it to go into it well, you wanted to go into it and do like the trade or the graphic novel and tell the whole story, but then you start it and you're like, oh crap, can't afford it to do it this way. So I'm trying to rectify that hopefully this year, because now that Tilt 1 through 4 is done, someday I can revisit it if I have to. One last job, I'm hoping this summer to just get that done as a graphic novel. That story's done, and then I'd really, really love to do the Neverland Chronicles as a graphic novel instead of a series, and then that story's done. So then it's like I've got a fresh slate to just maybe do more with Fall of the Night and step through it that way. We'll see.
I did a.
He's got a spreadsheet.
I have.
I don't have
and I have like comics.
You use the most obnoxious red possible.
I did.
Yeah, right.
Just so it can like yell at me.
I feel sick.
Yeah. So it's slated until 2062. So I would be 77 years old, and
that's disgusting.
Yeah.
You gotta pick up the pace, bro.
He's gonna be the creepy dude on streams.
Here's my Excel spreadsheet, which is just like my handwriting.
Well, if I had a whiteboard like on a wall, I'd be like, hey, this is what's up.
I'm horribly disorganized. It does have some benefit. I feel like some of my stories have been better, our stories, because I've given them time, and I think I've made decisions in the story that ended up working out better. So I don't mind it, but I do kind of wish I had set up a better plan, especially for Drumsticks to kind of get that first trade out, then move on to Depowered, then move on to Child Possession Services. But I do also like bouncing around and working with different people. That keeps me kind of energized, and
same here.
Always keeps something coming in the inbox, you know.
Yeah, because Seer Chronicles is our flagship title, and it's been like 2 years since it's been out, like the next one. And I was like, hey Hector, like let's go.
Yeah.
So that's why I have something coming. Just so, like Chronicles of Horror, the thing that Aaron was talking about, is like the shortest story that he's written. That's like the wrap up of that whole anthology, because I just want to wrap it up, and it was supposed to be just another issue, and then I was going to do a trade separately, but I just want to like finish it, so I'm doing that next year.
Nice.
Yeah, so I have a lot of comics coming. I don't know how to just do one.
John and I are going to try to set it off this summer, I think, as well.
You have that series.
Yeah.
No, it's a one shot, Greg.
Oh, it's a one shot.
They were smart. We were like, you know what? Let's just do it. Get the hell out.
Yeah, we were like, why not finish all our other things when we could do a new thing? But then it barely counts because it's a one shot, so it'll be done.
It's like that meme that I've been seeing on Facebook now.
Yeah, I reposted that.
Like,
I might take a chance on one of our series and like make it a I'll drop the thing for Aaron and I here if people want to follow. I might make it like the more it funds, the longer it is, and see if I can get to graphic novel funding. If not, then it'll just be one issue. But I don't know how to really like price that, so people feel like they're getting something. But I may treat that one more like hey, you're investing in this bigger project. So if it gets to the final goal, you'll get a really cheap trade, or you'll get a decently priced first issue or something like that. But I want to try and do something like that at least once and see if it works,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my little Legos in.
Nice.
Found another thing.
I was actually looking into that like last year. Those Legos.
They got little weapons. I love it.
Weapons. Cool. Were the weapons custom printed or?
No, the only Anubis's was custom printed. He has a 3D staff that I printed out.
Nice.
But everything else came with it. The weapons were almost more expensive than the Legos. But so I have like 4 different kinds, because I'm kind of glad I did. But I bought this one for me, which they have. You probably can't see it, but their shirts have my logo and then the Anubis and Croc on the shirts. So I thought that was cute. And then
all right, drop that link in the group chat. I need to steal that one too.
Oh, yeah, these were actually like when I originally was gonna buy. I have creepy ones. I should show you my creepy ones. They actually like did the face like with some kind of clay, and I think it looks cool, but it also looks kind of creepy. So I didn't sell those, but these were way more affordable. So his top hat's purple, but it's gonna have to live. So
nice.
Yeah. Who's got a cat?
I have 2.
That's Mittens.
Yeah.
Make my 3rd issue.
My dog was sitting outside
tell my
my door. I don't know
story.
what that's
The
about.
cat that's meowing is actually in the ash can that's coming out as a stretch goal.
Look at you doing an ash can.
Yeah.
Look, I'm never going back. I think from here on out I'm doing an ash can every time, just because of John.
I don't even know what that is.
That it's like a shorter comic.
Like a mini size of the comic, yeah.
Yeah, and so like
Because you
like,
like
I
to
know
add
a lot
extra
of-
costs here and give it away for free.
but they're cheap as crap to make.
They are, yeah.
But beyond that, like shops really want them.
Oh, really?
Every time I talk to a retailer, they're like, "Do you have Ashkins? Like, if I bought
Because
some of your books."
we're all children of the 80s and 90s when those were like super hot, you know?
For sure. And they never really went away, but now they're like talked about a little bit more, I think, than they used to be.
We've done a couple. They weren't ash cans, but the actual comics were mini comics for our Magic the Gathering and our Simpsons scene.
Right. Yeah.
People don't buy them. They look at them, they're like, "What is this tiny piece of crap?" But
I think that's why I went a little crazy with this ash can. It's just, and I think I'm totally gonna splatter blood, not real blood, because that'd be really creepy. But on the covers
metal
anyway.
as hell, man.
Well,
Blood.
don't ask me where it came from.
4 ash.
I'm suggesting to Aaron that he use Pogs as an add-on. Bring back Pogs, man.
I just bought a Pog with Donald Duck as a cowboy on it.
Oh,
See,
It arrived yesterday.
maybe not this series.
Health is back in Pog.
Andrew was saying something, I totally missed it.
What do you say?
Happens all the
Health is
time.
back in Pog form. I remember that. I love people that quote The Simpsons because I believe there's a scene from my life in every single. There's a Simpsons in every scene in my life, so I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Yeah, what did Andrew say?
I'm trying to get 4 short stories into ash cans. But
Yep.
We'll see when that happens.
It's a good way to do it.
Yep.
I'm just gonna start putting short stories on my Substack because
I'll just
I
give
already
away
have
my
them written.
issue 1. I got plenty of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Cool.
I got 2 minutes and then I'm out. It's a hard out.
Yeah. Yeah, people. So thanks for coming on.
And thanks for the impromptu chat, Greg.
That was
Yeah.
that's all Aaron. Like he's
Got
like,
a couple
"Hey,
of
I wanna
backers
know."
off of this, so let's
Oh,
go.
did you?
Yep. Yeah,
That's
we're over
good.
1900 now.
I got
Oh,
Greg
wow.
on.
That's great. Oh, you
Oh.
forced Greg to. They're all Greg. Damn it.
Buy the plushie, Craig.
I think I was the first backer on Aaron's.
We got two
Oh.
more followers. Thanks, Greg.
Nice. We're doing it, team.
Yeah, I'm one weapon
Yeah.
short, bastards.
One weapon
Yep.
short of a hostile takeover.
What's another cool physical item to add to my scales campaign? That's not
Scale.
allowed.
So what's
Superhero, but it's not like it's an origin story.
is scales? What is the scales referring to?
I can't tell you that.
Like tipping the scales?
No.
Because I was going to say
scales.
like
Well, I get
a couple of my buddies do like the
the
hard
only
like
person in this
real
like
thick
live-
challenge coins.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
Well, Dylan came up with this because I was like,
It looks cool.
why
No
don't
pal
we?
pins.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking of doing an actual like challenge coin thing, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, let's just do a keychain." I was like, "That's fine, Dylan, I guess."
Playing cards are always cool. You posted the link to that. We
Yeah.
did those with Simpsons. These are Magic the Gathering tokens and
Dude, I
actual
need-
Simpsons characters.
I need
Nice.
everyone to start doing more trading cards because I really want to build an indie collection of trading cards.
Oh well, every
Like I will do
campaign
trades
we
with
do-
people straight up. You mail me one of yours, I'll mail you one of mine. I think that'd
Do
be
metal
dope as crap.
trading cards. I love metal trading cards.
I mean, any kind of trading cards.
Any
you know.
kind.
I'm surprised you don't do trading cards.
I do. Oh, of
Carissa.
course. Yeah.
I have metal
Just
trading
Just metal
cards.
ones. Yeah.
Metal ones, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Totally metal. All
I'm
right.
slowly building a like card game. So yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Mm.
I did that for a while, but screw
Pleasure.
it. Bye, everybody.
right.
It's been nice. Until next
Bye.
time.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.